Welcome back. You're still tuned into Trading Hour. Let's talk about some corporate conversations then. Puravankara gave out its Q2 business update. The company's pre-sales fell 17% YOY. It was an increase on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Let's decode the business update and get a sense of how the quarter has panned out for the company and the outlook going forward. We are now joined by Abhishek Kapoor, the Group CEO of the company. Abhishek, good morning. Thank you so much for joining in. It's an increase on a sequential basis, but if we look at the sales value on a YOY basis, it's a decline. Realizations are down 1% as well. And in the first half, your sales value is down 10% on a YOY basis. Can you explain what went wrong here and what is the outlook for FY25 here from here on?
Thank you for having me on the show. And really nothing went wrong. What's really happened is last year we had about 3 million square foot of new launches, which we have missed. But if you see on sustenance basis, both our realizations and sales numbers are much, much higher. Having said that, we have given a guidance of bringing in about 12 plus million square foot to market this year, totaling including earlier projects of new phases to about 17 million square foot. The company is on track for those launches in the upcoming quarters, which is Q3 and Q4. In fact, Q4 being the largest one. So we're pretty excited for the rest of the year. But if you look at the data a little more in detail, we have sold about 2.84 million square foot this year already, versus about 3 million square foot with the 3 million launches last year. So overall, I think it's pretty good. The collections have gone up. If you look at on a first half yearly basis by 27%. So we are really focused on the cash flow. Ultimately, that's what counts, how much money is coming into the company. So we continue to focus on that. But, with the new launches, we are expecting, pretty good numbers for the rest of the year.
So 17 million square feet of new launches for the full year holds as a guidance. How much has been done so far in H1? And even your guidance, you said in terms of areas sold, you're at 2.84 for the first half. For the second half, what would that number look like? So both those numbers.
Look, as I said, we are on track for the new launches. We don't really give guidance on the numbers in terms of what we are expecting as a sale number or sales velocity. But having said that, traditionally, if you look at it, last year, we sold about 7.26 million square foot, which achieved 5,900 crores of sales. This year, as I mentioned, we've already done about close to 3 million, 2.84, and we have a substantial launch which is coming in Q3, Q4. So on those lines, as I mentioned earlier, we are expecting that we should see robust numbers coming in addition to the sustenance sales. So as I said, because of sustenance is where we are, but new launches should take us to the next level in terms of pre-sales numbers. And of course, that will have a resultant impact on cash flows. But, I'd like to just bring to your notice our acquisitions, because last year we sold about 7 plus million square foot, and we have acquired more than 5 million square foot with a GDV potential of over 10,000 crores. And I think that's been the focus, because we want to plan for not just this year, which is already announced, but also for the next year and the year after, from the growth perspective and consolidation perspective. So, from that point of view, that's been a great news for the company.
Okay. Now, Abhishek, just to follow up on that, you said you're on track to achieve that 17 million square feet. But what Reema meant to also ask is how much have you launched so far? Just trying to understand how much launch will come in the second half of this fiscal.
All of it, more or less, you can assume is going to come in the rest of the fiscal. All of it.
17 million
very
square
marginal.
feet.
Almost all of it will come in the third and the fourth quarter. Very small. We would have launched not more than 1 million square foot so far.
But what makes you so confident? Because 16 million square feet is a big number. Which are the geographies where you're looking at those launches, and which segment will it be? Will it be in affordable? Will it be in the Provident, or will it be Puravankara?
So, that's the advantage with the group, right? We have 3 brands. We have Puravankara, Provident, and Purvaland, and we have multiple geographies. So what is exciting for us is the fact that we're not one geography focused or one, category focused. In that sense, we have a whole range of product, including Purvaland, right? So, of course, majority of the launches are in Puravankara, and they are in South and West. So, for example, in the West, in Pune, we have a project which will get launched. in Mundwa. In Bombay, we will have 2 projects, which is in Thane and Lokhandwala. In the south, we will have multiple projects between Bangalore, Chennai, Kochi, and Coimbatore. So, all of these are on track. And because we are so distributed, and the team, we have the bandwidth and the structure to take these to market, which we have demonstrated in the past, makes us confident that we'll be able to achieve our numbers. We are watching it every day in terms of where we are progressing on the plan sanctions and the launches, because these are all lands paid for. We don't have to do anything here. We just need to get these off the ground. And so the team has been focused. All of us have been focused on those. So you should see the numbers come through.
Okay. You also acquired 3 acres of land in North Bengaluru earlier this month. What's been the total land parcel that you've acquired so far, and what is the plan with respect to more land addition?
See, this year, if you see, we have acquired about 5+ million square foot of sellable area with the GDV, as I mentioned, of more than 10,000 crore potential. These are, majority of them have been between Bangalore and Mumbai. At this point in time, South Bangalore, North Bangalore, we have acquired a few land parcels. And we are expecting that we will continue that momentum. There's a robust pipeline of business that is currently underway. From our perspective, the way the process works is that once we have closed a land transaction, to the time through the due diligence, and by the time we do the registration and announce, it takes a journey. But yeah, as I mentioned, we have closed more than 5 million square foot, and with a GDV of more than 10,000 crores.
What does it do to your debt, Abhishek? Can you give us the absolute number? How much would it increase by? How are you going to fund it? Because there's the pending QIP as well. Will you be using those funds for this?
Look, so we are at about 2,200 crore net debt number, right, as of now, as of last quarter. And, our focus is to continue to maintain our debt levels at the net debt level. And the other parameter that we look at is clearly the, debt per square foot number. So as more and more projects get launched, and I keep talking about it, is because debt is a relative to the quantum of business you do. With these additions, I'm quite certain that the net debt per square foot of area under development will come down significantly. Having said that, yes, QIP is very much approved by the board and the shareholders, and it will definitely be on the cards at some point in time. And yeah, the idea of using the QIP capital will be towards retiring debt further. So we'll continue to ensure that we have required capital both from internal accruals as well as multiple capital opportunities that we have. We closed a HDFC transaction this year, which was 1,150 crores of platform transaction. And then, of course, we have our own AIF, and we have a bunch of other transactions which are currently ongoing for capital raise. So we'll expect that between all of this, capital should not be a challenge at all for the organization. Of course, with the increased collections, which is key to the business. We are collecting at a run rate of over 1,000 crores, and we're expecting it to go up with these new launches. I think that will also enable us to continue to scale our acquisitions.
Abhishek, thank you very much for joining in. Look forward to the next conversation when you report your numbers. Get into a break. We'll come back and discuss technicals with Soni Patnaik.